whoever sees this, even if nobody comes on tonight, I feel I'm compelled to say this. I was watching the Oscars, and I haven't watched them in a few years, and I used to watch them all the time. I used to have Oscar parties every year for 15 years in a row. I had parties. And then things changed, and hi, whoever's here, please come on and say hello. And I was watching it, and I was, they got, I thought I wasn't going to do this. They got to the memorial part. And I started thinking about friends and making sure that you say how you feel about friends or family or whatever. And I started thinking about you guys that I come and I chat with, and people that follow me on YouTube. And I just felt like I needed to come on and just say to you, if there's someone that you haven't talked to, or there's someone that maybe you have a little bit of an indifference with, or you're just too busy, with life. If it's nothing more than leaving a text with someone to say, hi, I'm thinking of you, love you. I mean, I do that with my kids, I'll just text them for no other reason than just to say I love you. Because you don't know if that's going to be your last time that you're able to say it. And I don't quite know why it hit me this hard. I don't. And I swore I wasn't going to cry. I swore it. But that's what you get. You get what you get with me, But I just felt so compelled to say that. If there's somebody that you know, or there's someone that you've thought about, or there's someone that you think that you should talk to or make amends with, or just to give a kind word to, don't wait. Don't wait and think you'll do it tomorrow or the next day or whatever. And a text, you don't even have to talk. You know what I mean? You don't even have to say anything, You're just typing it. But let someone know, because you don't know what that person might be going through. You don't. And what you say to them could mean the world to them. It could mean maybe someone from hurting themselves, You just don't know. And you guys, honest to God, I don't know why this stupid Oscar hit me the way it did, but it did. Not the beginning of it. I'm talking more towards the end of it. And, life is short, life is precious, and I wanted to come on to tell all of you, and anyone that might listen later, that you're loved, and you're thought of, and you're important, and you're all very unique, and you have your own ways, and those ways are wonderful, and that you are important in this world. When I say what I say, and for any of you that are listening that don't know, the reason that I started saying what I say at the end of my videos, a lot of people do know that have followed me, but for anyone that hasn't followed me for long or finds this video later, I had two people in my life, friends, that committed suicide. And one of them, well, actually both of them, I never thought that they would do that. Never in a million years, never even crossed my mind. And one of them had given me a little frame with a saying in it, and I still have it. And we worked at Target together. It's before I started working at Albertsons. I'm not looking at chat yet, but I will. And I just want to get this out. And and God bless her, she always used to burn the popcorn at Target. Remember, Target has the popcorn. Well, she always used to burn it. And I'm telling you, it would take forever for the smell of that burnt popcorn to get out of the store. And we always used to tease her. And we'd say, Linda, why do you always burn the popcorn? And she'd say, oh, I get to it late. I get to it late. Well, anyway, she gave me this frame. And a week later, she killed herself. That was it. And she was gone. And I kept thinking, you know, what if someone had told her that she meant something, that she was important, you know? The other one was when I worked at Albertsons. At the time, I was working on foods, meaning I stocked like hair dyes and shampoo and all that kind of stuff. And he was a meat cutter. He worked in the meat department. Never would have thought, never. Was married, had a wonderful wife. And him and I would go back and forth, and sometimes we would argue about, current events or whatever. But we were always, always friends. And he went home and said hi to his wife and his beloved dog that he loved, his golden lab, and went upstairs and shot himself. And that was it. That was it. So I just really felt so compelled to come on and to say to anybody that's listening, or if you're listening down the road, who knows how long these videos will go. And there would have been a time if I started to cry, I just would have deleted the whole thing and forgot about it. But I'm not going to do that anymore, because I am who I am. You get what you get. Take it or leave it, like it or not, whatever. But I think my message is more important than for me to stop because I'm crying. But just go to the people that you love and just tell them you love them. And I want to say that I love you guys too. And I want you to know that. Okay, now I'll go to the chat. Hi, Kubi. Hi, Pam. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Val. What happened? Did you hear about what happened? No, I don't think I did. What happened? Thanks, Kevin. You're a sweetheart, Kevin. I want you to know that. I know you've been going through a lot. But what happened, Val? Now you got to tell me. Hi, Carolyn Parrish. I haven't been on for a couple days, so I thought I'd come on, and then when like I said, when I just started going in my head, why, I don't know. You guys, I was perfectly fine earlier. I was perfectly fine. Why the heck this happened is beyond me. Beyond me. But it's just when I started watching the end of those Oscars and I saw those, how they do the memorial, I thought, oh crap, here I go. Hey, Pat, I'm sorry you saw, I'm sorry you saw me in this state. Trust me, it's not always like this. I know you do, Kevin. You're always a sweetheart. Sorry, Pat, that you saw me in this frame, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll get better. But Val, don't leave me hanging like this. No, that's not why. Hi, Muppets. And I just left you a message, and you're one of the people I was thinking about, Muppets. I love you too, Kubi. What? Will Smith smacked Chris Rock for saying something about his wife on the Emmys. Really? No, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Val. I really didn't. Wow. No, that's not why I went on. But that's interesting now that you say that, but no, I had no clue about that. No, my mind was more thinking about people in my life, you know what I'm saying? Or in, with YouTube and personally, and the people that I've, cultivated relationships with. I just felt compelled to come on and say that. Hi, Lori, how are you? So, well, you guys, I didn't even see the smack. It was on the Oscars tonight? I didn't see that. Oh, thanks, Pat. Oh, the Oscars. No, I did not see that. When did he do it? Was it before the Oscars? And Auntie Cuckoo is, she's not just a YouTube friend, she's a personal friend. When I say that, I mean, we have broke bread together, meaning pizza, right, Val? Before she left. And Val, do you know I can't go back to that stupid pizza place anymore because of you. Every time I go by that, I want to cry. So help me God, that's the truth. Thank you. Thank you for ruining Round Table for me. I say that in love. You guys, the reason I say that, Val lived by me and she would come into the store and see me, and she just got up and moved to Texas and had a better life and left me. Again, I'm halfway teasing Val. Huh. I'll have to go back and look at it because I did not see it. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing intently. Well, let me tell you why I watched the Oscars, okay? You know, a lot, some of you know, a lot of my family and friends are in the industry, and but the Oscars started even when I was a little kid. My grandmother and my mother used to, watch it, and my grandmother's brother was a writer for Photoplay, which in those days was like a People magazine way back when. And he committed suicide eventually. But anyway, that's about all I know about him. Trying to get kind of the history going. But so through the years, when I worked at the grocery store, when we went on strike, it's kind of funny because it happened when we went on strike, but the year before that, I started having Oscar parties. So the night of the Oscars, I would decorate the house and I would make food and everything, and everybody would come over and watch them. And we would have the ballot where people would put who they thought would win everything, right? It would be all the categories. And so I went down to the party store and I bought an Oscar, a plastic one. And that Oscar went for 15 years. 15 years I had those parties back to back every year. And then, time goes on and they stopped, and you start to wonder about the people, because then I retired from there, and you start wondering about the people, and I still stay in contact with a few of them. And actually one of them texted me about a week ago, and she said, Daveda, are you going to have another Oscar party? I miss them so, well, two of them did, Amy and Danya. And I said, no. I said, not this year. And so when I was watching it, all this started coming into my head, weird. I know, it's weird. It's weird because I was perfectly fine earlier today. Perfectly fine. That's what's so weird about this whole stupid thing. Well, I can't get the Pizza Val because every time I go by there, oh, hi, Lala, how are you? See, I missed that. And here I was, I watched some of it and I missed, so I don't know what part that happened. Wait a minute, so are they getting a divorce because that one girl comedian, and I got to say something else after this. Remind me to say something about 1883. Don't let me forget. Okay, the girl comedian tonight when they first came out, she said something and she mentioned Will and his wife, and she mentioned two other couples. And she was being, facetious about it, and she was talking about the sweethearts. And I've heard rumors that they were separated or getting a divorce or whatever. But I don't know if that's true, and I thought, wait a minute, why was she saying that? And she was, like I say, she was saying it in a, being sarcastic that they were sweethearts. So I don't know, I got to look up this stuff now. Thanks, Kubi. Oh yeah, I'm fine, Lola. Lily, I don't know what the heck's happened to me. I was perfectly fine earlier, and all this just happened. Hi, Kathy from Texas, and all of this happened, and then, I don't know. I don't know. And I thought, you know what? I got to go on, and I just got to tell whoever's listening, what I'm feeling, and I don't know. Maybe if it's going to be for somebody at some point, I don't know. But I just go with my feelings now. I don't try to suppress it or think, no, you're going to sound like an idiot, Daveda, if you go on there and say this. It's like, you know what? Whatever. I don't care. I've got to say it, because if I don't, something happens, and I think of Chuck, and I think of Leslie when they did what they did, and I think, what if I had said something to them? What if I had told them, how important they were? Maybe it would have changed something, and that's why I always end my videos, the way I do, in saying what I say, about remember the world's a better place because you're in it, all that. That is why I say what I say. And I can't tell you how many people through the years I've been on YouTube will come back and tell me, I can't tell you what that meant to me, or, I was in a low point in my life and you said that, and that really, helped me. You just don't know how you're touching people. You might think that they're going to think you're an idiot, or, there she goes again crying, or whatever. I'm to the point now I don't care. I would rather go on and be who I am than to be thinking, oh, what are they going to think? That's here nor there. That's come see, come saw, as far as I'm concerned now. If I think that I'm saying something that might help somebody if they're hurting or contemplating something terrible, I would much rather go on and say it than to care what somebody might think, And that's just the way I look at it. Oh, Val, I used to watch the Oscars all the time. Like I said, I was raised with them, and then I didn't watch them for a few years. And then tonight, for whatever reason, I did. And Jason, my son, and I are going to go, because we always had a tradition, okay? After the Oscar parties that I would have, And my kids used to come to them a lot of times, you know, Jeremy and his wife and Jason and Danielle and Daisha and her husband, all that. Okay. Not all the time, but sometimes. But Jason was a pretty regular because he loves movies. And so anyway, after the Oscars, the next day, we would always go and we would watch one of the movies that we hadn't seen that was nominated. And then we would get dinner or lunch, depending on what time the movie was. And so he texted me the other day and he goes, Mom, he goes, we're going to do our traditional thing, right? And I thought, oh, how cute. He still remembers. And I said, yeah, because we did it for 15 years. And so then he texted me a little while ago and he was telling me, you know, okay, these are the movies that, you know, are where we're going to go, Sinopolis. It's a theater. And so we're going to see Lost World with Sandra Bullock and the comedy that's out. And then we're going to go to, well, it'll be an early dinner. But that's been our tradition. And so I'm looking forward to that. No, Val, you think I'm kidding. I'm not. I go by that round table and I start to cry. I can't go in there. I know I'm weird. I know, but it's the truth. I mean, I'll order from them, but I can't go in there. Remember, because we FaceTimed Lala that night. Remember, Lala? I'm just reading real quick. Yes, it seemed odd when she said that. Yeah, didn't it, Kathy from Texas? I kept thinking, okay, wait a minute, because she's being facetious. So does that mean? So I was thinking, okay, I got to look up to see if they're not doing good. Yeah, and he won. Do you think it was a stunt, Kevin? Yeah, Kevin, that's what I'm realizing. The older I get, the more I just speak what I feel. Oh, thank you, Angie. I haven't seen, oh no, I take that back. I take that back. I did see Tammy Faye. I did see that one, but that's the only one I've seen out of all that was nominated tonight. Good night, Lily. I know you're 3 hours ahead. I will. Love you. Val, stop. She's trying to make me laugh. Don't cry for me, Daveda. I know what you're getting at. It's Avita. God. Oh, I know her so well. Kubi, how are you doing, sweetie? Did you do any more of your shells? Yeah. Oh, and you know the other part I cried at? And now this is kind of silly, but my kids would understand it. Okay, we love The Godfather. Okay, I mean, that's been a staple forever. And so I texted Jason tonight and I go, Jason, wait till you see towards the end. It made the whole thing worth watching. Because when Al Pacino and Robert De Niro and I can't remember his name, but anyway, when they came out, and I'm sure Jeremy and Wendy watched the Oscars, so I'm sure that they saw it too. But I thought, oh, that's so cool, you know, to see them all together. It was cool, and yet it was sad because they've gotten so much older, you know, but I love The Godfather. It's one of our favorite movies. You haven't seen any of them, Kevin? Yes, I know you. I do know you, Val. I know exactly what you were thinking. Oh, that's funny. I knew you guys would get me to laugh. Does anyone here? Was it Kevin or was it Mike? You know, it was Mike, and I can't remember who else heard my dryer last time. But I got the, what is it with me talking to you and the dryer going? Do you guys like these little chit chats that we have? Although it's nothing, you know, it's nothing to write home about. It's no great shake. But it's just where I get on and connect with you guys. I do have a couple videos coming out though, anyone that's interested in DIYs. You can't hear it, Kevin? Oh, it wasn't you then, okay. I think it was Mike. Was it you, Kubi, that could hear it? I can't remember who heard it. Maybe it's a little bit quieter tonight. Kubi. Oh, Kubi, I saw what you sent. Hi, Sherry. How are you, honey? You guys, remember well, anybody that watched my DIY when I did the grater with the carrots and that little Peter Cottontail where it was made in 1993, Sherry's the one that sent that to me. Sherry, I don't know if you saw the video I did, but I have the little Peter Rabbit in a DIY that you had sent to me. What was that, like 4 years ago? But Sherry's the one that sent that to me. How you doing, sweetie? Oh, I'm okay, Sherry. I got what I had to get out, you know. The tears that you don't expect to come, or you say it's not going to come, and then it does, and then you go, oh, crap, it did, and I wasn't going to, and you know, same old story, just another day. See, Lori, that's what I mean. And that's what Auntie Cuckoo caused in me with Round Table Pizza. No guilt trip, Val, that you moved to Texas. Because Val used to come in, you guys, she used to come in the store. And she'd hide around the corner, and then all of a sudden I'd see her peeking out. Crap. Hi, Mike. How are you? How you doing, sweetie? I bought my youngest a Godfather book for Christmas. I think it was the 50th anniversary and the book coming out. You guys, anyone that likes The Godfather, it's Paramount Plus, I believe. It's coming out April, I believe it's April 28th. And the name of it is The Offer. Remember when The Godfather said, I'm gonna give him an offer that he can't refuse. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. I think that's where the title comes from. And it's about how, I think it's about how they went about trying to make the movie and all the opposition they got into making it, because the real families, because I think there were 5 families at the time, meaning the mafioso, did not want this made. And so it goes into all that, but it looks like it's going to be really good. So if you are at all someone that watched The Godfather, liked, you know, the mafia movies or whatever, I'm telling you, it's going to be good. Oh, I know what I was going to say. 1883. No one reminded me. Oh, I'm thankful I reminded myself. Anyway, you guys, has anyone seen 1883 yet on Paramount Plus with Sam Elliott and Faith Hill and her husband's Clint Black? Is that his name? You guys, I am telling you, my sons kept saying, Mom, you got to watch it. You've got to watch it. And it's the prequel to Yellowstone. And from 1883, if you watch it, then you understand Yellowstone more. Well, I haven't seen Yellowstone yet, but anyway, I'm telling you, I binge watched that the other day, all day until it was done. I am crying at the end of this, okay? And you're thinking, well, that doesn't surprise me, Daveda, you're crying right now. No, I'm telling you, this series, have you ever watched a movie? And to me, okay, let me say, what makes a movie really good in my mind and in my estimation is when you think about that movie the next day and the day after that, and you keep thinking about little things about it. That's how this series was for me. I started watching it again. That's how good it was. So I texted my boys and I said, you guys, this is nuts. And they said, I told you. I mean, all of them just said, it's unbelievable. So if anyone has not seen it, I strongly recommend. And especially if you watch Yellowstone, watch it. It's very good. I got to go back to chat now. What do you mean it's because I go live in the evening? I don't know. About my youngest, okay, I read that. Mike, hello. I made it, it's like 3 videos back. You made a DIY with it now. Yeah, just recently. I mean, I put it out before, but I put it in something else that I made. Thanks, Mike. Oh, you love The Godfather, Lori? Okay. I'm telling you, it's going to be good. I can already tell by the trailer. Oh, yeah, Kathy, you saw it. Yes, it does. Hi, Alicia. How are you, honey? Yeah, Tim McGraw, Sherry. Oh, Kubi. Kubi. You've got to start watching it. I'm telling you. I am telling you right now. You're not going to want to stop. Just binge watch the whole thing. And you are going to go, oh my gosh. I promise you that. Yes, he's in 1883. Your daughter loves it? What, Val? She loves Yellowstone or 1883? Can you hear the dryer? Val. Oh, Sherry, you have to watch it. It is so good. Okay, Kevin. Okay, Robin. Bye, sweetie. Yeah, we were too, you guys. I'm saying we were too, like we all watched it together. Daveda. Oh, dear God, Daveda, get your head together. Your husband loves Yellowstone. Hi, T. Beatty. My husband loves Yellowstone. I'll have to tell. Oh, please, trust me. Tell him about 1883. Because it is my sons are the ones that told me about it. And they said, you have to watch it because it shows you, it all ties in to Yellowstone. Hi, Carolyn. Oh, I was just crying. It's fine. Okay, I will call in sick tomorrow and watch it. Just kidding, but I will start it soon. I'm telling you, it is so good. So good. Mike, the dryer isn't as loud tonight. I know. Well, I guess it's just because I do my laundry at night because I have to wring it all out. It's a pain in the wazoo. Oh, you and me both, Sherry. Anything that Sam Elliott. And you know what? He's so good in this. He's so good in it. Oh, she's watching 1883. You're not watching it, Val? Oh, you should be watching it with her. God, it's so good. So good. It's the type of thing that I'll watch again and again. Hi, Beatty. No, it's the type of thing that I will watch over and over. You know, like the God. I mean, I can't even tell you. I've lost count through the years how many times I've watched The Godfather. I mean, it is. I wouldn't even begin to tell you. And my kids are the same way. Every one of them love The Godfather. Even my grandkids now, my older grandkids. But I think the offer is going to be so good because it's going to show you what it took for them to make the movie and how the mafia tried to stop it. Oh, Carolyn, why are you crying? I want you to run away with me. I've been on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Oh, Carolyn, I don't know. I told you I haven't watched the Oscars in a few years because it was so political. But tonight, Jason called and, we're going to go tomorrow for dinner, and like we have done for all these years, tradition. Well, anyway, so I was watching it tonight, and I was telling that when I watched the the you know what I'm talking about, when they do the part where the actors have passed on and all that. Well, anyway, it just got me to thinking about, through the years and my friends, and we used to do these, Oscar parties every year. And it just made me, I just felt compelled to come on and tell people, if you love someone, or if you haven't talked to someone, or you want to make amends with someone, or to tell them you're sorry if, you had a falling out, or whatever the case, to do it. Because life's too short. And, it just was almost overwhelming to me to get on and say that. So that's what this is all about. Okay, Alicia, I don't even know how many times I've watched The Godfather. You and me both, Alicia. I have no clue. I watched an old movie with Sam Elliott called The Guard. Wait, Elliott, and it called The Lifeguard. I'll have to look that up. No, Carolyn, everyone's talking about that. Val was telling me about it. I did not see it, so I'm going to have to go back. It's okay, Mike. But like I told them earlier, Mike, you weren't in here, but like I told them, I kept thinking, I need to go on. I felt so compelled to tell people that, to just tell people that you love them, or, whatever the case. And then I thought, okay, and I'm not going to cry. I'm fine. And I did. I felt okay. I felt like I'm going to come on and I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. And I started thinking about the two people that I told them earlier in the chat that were my friends and that committed suicide. And I thought maybe if I had told them, that they were important, and, maybe it could have changed. And telling them in chat earlier, I don't think you were on here, but that's why I say what I say at the end of my videos. There's a reason that I say what I say. And I think, maybe if there's someone that hears it and maybe they're in a bad place, or, they're contemplating something or whatever, if they're told, that they are important and you do mean something to this world, and there is only one you. So that's my reason. That's why I say that spiel that I say at the end, and I always will. If it'll help even one person, you know. Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, now I got to see it because I did not see that. I wonder if Jason saw it. And that's the other thing, Carolyn, you know, like, you know, that book, All My Friends Are Dead. You know, you start, you know, looking at this and you're thinking, and especially when I saw Betty White tonight, you know, at the end of the memorandum of them. And it just really hit me. I mean, because a lot of us loved her, you know, and, excuse me, not all of just us, but our children, you know, with Golden Girls and all that. And just the people, you know, that meant something in our lives, you know, you think about how they're gone now, and, you know, I mean, not that we're going to talk to Betty White, but, you know what I mean? It just makes you, you know, think about the people that have been in your life and through your life. And I kept thinking about all the friends that used to come over here all those years, every year. I mean, I would have sometimes 14 to 20 people every single year for the Oscar party. And we, you know, every year that Oscar would go home with somebody and they'd bring it back the next year. And, you know, it was just really good memories. And, you know, a few of them are gone now, and it just makes you realize how fragile life is and how important friendships are and how to keep them going and cultivate and to let people know that you care about them and you love them. Bottom line. That's the bottom line. Why? Why did I feel compelled to say this? I don't know. I have no clue. But from now on, I just go with whatever I'm feeling. That's all I can do. Because if I didn't and something happened to someone, I'd think, oh God, why didn't you just go on there? Who cares if you cry? You'll get over it. You'll get over it. I'm reading now. Yeah, I know. When there's some of them, I didn't even know that had passed. It's not easy for you, Kubi. Well, it hasn't always been easy for me. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you how not easy it was for me. When I worked at the grocery store, and I had a handful of very, very close friends, and you know, we all worked together, and we were through the strike together, and that really bonded us because we were on strike almost 6 months. It's one of the longest strikes in history, other than I think it was was it the steel workers or I can't remember. There was another one. Anyway, it was very long. You get to know each other very well on the picket line. And anyway, so that's how the Oscar parties really started. And now, where was I going with this, you guys? I just lost my train of thought. Crap. What was I just going to say? Crap, what was I just going to say? We're at the picket line. Oscar party. I hate when that happens. Doggone it. Well, it might come back to me. Well, I think it was about how things were not hard, were hard to talk about. Oh, that's what it was, at the grocery store. And some of them would know, you know, at certain times in my life when things were going on personally. And a couple of them would be in earshot, you know, when I would be, and that's when I was a supervisor of the lobby. And Now I'm talking very close friends that knew things that were going on, and they would say, Daveda, you would never know there was anything going on in your life. The way you go on, you act like, you got it all together, everything's happy, you know, but they knew different. And, but that's how I always wanted to be with people, you know what I mean? It wasn't where you want to bring people down, you just, want to keep status quo going. And the older I get, the more I realize, you know what? I am who I am, and if you don't like it, that's fine. If you do, that's wonderful. But I got to be true to myself, no matter what it is. I have to be true to myself, and that's just the way I feel. And it does help, Kubi, because sometimes when you keep things in, like I always tell Jeremy, because, well, I was going to say just Jeremy, but I think Josh is a lot like that too, where they keep things in, and I keep telling them, it's going to come out one way or the other, whether it be it's going to affect you with an ulcer or, something physically ailing them. If you don't release or you don't talk to somebody, I'm not saying you got to get on YouTube, okay? Like I am. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just your everyday Joe, okay? If you have someone that you can trust and you can speak your heart to, do it. Don't keep it all in, because I promise you it will manifest in another way if you don't. And I don't think Jeremy's quite bought it yet. He's one to keep a lot of stuff shoved in. And Jason's he's pretty good about it. I mean, I can get him to talk. Josh, he's a hard duck to read. Daisha, she's an open book. I mean, and Tanya, she was very much, she would tell you exactly what she was thinking. I hope, Alicia, that's all I want to do is hopefully people to feel comfortable enough, or for me to relay a message that I feel compelled to say to help. But does anyone, I'm all over the boards tonight, you guys, but does anyone know if Will Smith and his wife aren't getting along? Because that comedian, the way she said it, I don't think, and the way they acted when they were interviewing them, you could tell there was, I don't know. Mike, I got upset today because some creators made fun of my friend's looks on the lighter note meanies. Oh no. I'm sorry, Mike. Hi, Mary Tackett. Robin Lane. I live in constant state of regret. I don't need reminding. I know what you mean, Robin. I do too. Believe me, I do. And that's a very hard thing to live with when you have regret. And maybe that's why I felt so compelled to come on and say what I said. If it'll help somebody. I mean, and like I said, it may not even be tonight. It might not even be a year from now. Who knows, as long as YouTube goes on. There might be someone someday that'll come in for whatever reason. I don't know why they would, but who knows? All I know is I had to say what I had to say. And if it helps somebody, thank God. I know, Mike, I can't either. I don't know. Yeah, that's the only thing I've heard too, Kubi. So I don't know how much truth is in that. Oh, Mary, if you heard me, a couple of my friends, what I was saying, I don't know if this is what you're meaning, but I'm just going to surmise it is when I talked about passing. The reason that I say what I say, and Carolyn knows this, and other people that I know, But for people that don't know, I'll just say it again. The reason that I say what I say at the end of my videos, the world's a better place because you're in it. There's only one you, and you bring something to this world nobody else can. The reason I say that is because I lost 2 people to suicide. And that always haunted me. And I thought, maybe if they had known that they were important, maybe if they had known that they bring something to this world. Everyone is an individual. There's nobody that's going to be exactly like anybody. You might have certain traits of someone, you might have certain talents of someone. I don't care what it is, but there's only one you. Only one you. And I always thought, maybe if they had known that, maybe they wouldn't have done it. Maybe if they had heard that, maybe it would have sparked something in their mind that would have made them think. Who knows? I don't know. But that's why I say what I say in my videos. So maybe that's what you heard about passing. And also, I was talking about the Oscars tonight, about when they do the memorandum, the memorials of the people that had passed this year, the actors. So it might have been one or the other, and that's what for me, if you were wondering what I was talking about, that's what I was talking about. Okay, now I gotta read real quick. I looked it up. Will and Jada have an open marriage? How could that ever work for anybody? Oh, Lord, do they? Kathy, they have an open marriage? They're okay. That is why he hit Chris. Okay. Hi, Robin. Hi, Carolyn. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Hope you're okay. Mommy Ramblings blog. Mary Tackett. Yes, I love that when you say that. Oh, thank you. I thought what Denzel, oh shoot, wait. Oh crap, I lost my, I thought when Denzel told Will Smith was the best lesson. I say it now to people because my daughter took her life. Oh, Sherry, yes. It's so hard because you ask why. Of course. I'm so sorry, Sherry. Yeah, guys, we're in this together, like it or not. We're in this together. We're in this world together. Good, bad, or indifferent. You got to have people that you can lean on, That's the bottom line. Don't go it alone. It's hard to go it alone. I turn the page. There's so much going on right now, so much going on, We just have to be there for each other and care about one another and let people know that you care about them. Anyway, that's what I came on to say. That's it. That's all she wrote. Like I said, I had no intentions of, it was perfectly fine. I was doing a craft with Carolyn and Lisa D today. Came downstairs, started watching the Oscars, making my sauce and my meatballs. Boom. There it went. I lost it, and I thought I got to go on and I got to say what I got to say to these people. I love them. A lot of them have been with me for years. Sherry, how long have you been with me? You've been with me from the beginning, I think, of me being on YouTube. I mean, and I might be, like I said, I might be speaking to somebody years down the road when I'm gone. I mean, I could be, a vapor at that point. Who knows how long, the internet's going to go. I don't know. I have no clue. But it might be someone that just hears this and thinks, didn't know the woman. Sounds a little bit nutty, but you know what? I think I can identify with some. Who knows? I don't know. I have no clue. I just know that I just had to come on and tell the people that, follow me and are subscribers and people that even aren't subscribers, you're important. You're important. And for the people I do know, I love you. And, there's only one you and you're the best. And my kids, I'll text them randomly and just say, I love you. I just wanted to let you know I love you. And you can always tell they like it because almost immediately, even Josh, for corn's sake, even Josh, and he's the one that isn't one to really text back quick. Jason's the fastest. And then Daisha, and then Jeremy, and Josh is the last. Tanya used to text fast. But even Josh will say, love you, Mom, and he'll put an exclamation. And I know that, it means something to them. And I do it with my friends. It's important. People need to feel loved. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're not a people person. Everybody wants to know that they're loved and they're accepted and that they mean something to somebody and mean something in this world. I don't care who you are. So with that said, thanks, Mike. Yes. That's me. They may not like it, but I have to be who I am, and that's just the way it is. So now I think I'll go eat my spaghetti. But I had to come on and say what I had to say. Oh, what's for dinner? Mary, I made sauce and meatballs. And I'll have a little bit of salad. Thanks, Robin. But anyway, let me end. I gotta get through it. Damn it, Daveda. Oh, God. Remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever forget that. There's only one you, and you bring something to this world nobody else can. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.